let's try now. Echo. As you can tell, it's going wrong. Okay, for anyone who is around, what can you see on the screen? Because can you see the whole thing again? Because I can just see a tiny bit of my arm. But if you guys can see the whole thing, then that's great. Oh, oh no, it's disappeared. Oh. Yeah, this has never happened to me before. With the, how much of the screen can you see? Can you just see a large picture of my grandparents, or can you see the whole thing? Oh, great. Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep sewing then, and hopefully folks will just come back. I'm very new to this this live streaming business, so it is, yeah, quite a lot to learn all at once, and that's never happened before. Always a learning curve. I read just before the thing disappeared that you got a new job. How is that? How is that going for you? Let's check the streaming software. Okay, well, I think we're all right. I'm not sure if it's going to save it as a completely different stream, or if it's gonna. We'll figure that out. We'll figure that out afterwards. It's a. Oh, lovely. That makes all the difference when everyone is nice. Yeah, that's the thing that I miss as well. Yeah, or just like going, yeah, being part of the community. And I think I miss strangely. Wow, it's all it's all going wrong today. Is that aiming the right way? Probably. Oh dear. I'm gonna I'm gonna breathe a big sigh of relief when this one's done. Buses. It's all worked. The last the last few episodes of this that I've done, it's all worked. This time I have cut the stream. The camera's fallen over. I'm human. I'm human. It shows that well, that's it. Just going to adjust this, make sure it is on. There we go. That looks a bit better. Yeah, thank you. That was it. That's my mistake was thinking, ooh, this is all going very well. And then well, I think it's the way whenever you try something new, you're never gonna get it. You're never gonna get it first time. I mean some people do, that's fine. But hurdles. Just hurdles. I will be sure to sellotape my tripod to the table next week. Oh, what was I saying before I knocked it over? About work and missing things. Strangely, one of the things that I miss, which I really didn't think that I would miss, is like getting ready for work and the commute and like packing a little lunchbox and walking there and walking back. I think the routine of getting ready for a thing, and luckily like that is something I can still do and have been doing, sort of getting ready to go out for a walk and then getting ready to go shopping and like making a big deal out of it. And yeah, sort of feeling some elements of normality, whatever that is, through through little rituals and habits, and yeah. Yeah, no, 6 is quite, especially in winter, getting up at 6 is, oof. Yeah, that's getting up. I remember doing that with a job that I had a while ago in Southampton, getting up when it was dark and then working and getting back when it was dark, and even though it was freezing cold, sort of sitting and eating my lunch in the car park because I just wanted to see just a little bit of sun. So yeah, I agree. I miss the ritual, but not necessarily the timing. Yeah, Potter time. Yeah, that's really nice way of putting it. Yeah, like Potter time or faff time or like yeah, just a little bit, you know, yeah, a little bit of time to settle into being awake and functioning. So I'm not quite sure what the timer got up to on the last video, and I don't want to look in case my computer has a little wobble again. Um, so I'm just gonna do another 15-ish minutes, and then I'm gonna call it a night. Um, do you have any creative, not necessarily embroidery, but any creative projects on the go at the minute? I mean, general question, but it was mainly aimed at Sarah. Oh, a chicken hat. That's really cute. That's really cute. I sort of read the words wrong there, and I thought I thought you said I'm knitting my friend's new chicken a hat with tiny needles. Oh wow. Editing photos of Dublin. Oh, nice. Edward Hopper painting. I can see that. Like bright light, empty. Oh, thanks. Yeah, it well it passes the time. No, it's I did a piece like this for a friend's birthday late last year, and it was quite intense work, like sort of 4 or 5 hours a day. But I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the challenge, and I really enjoyed all the tiny stitches. So I thought I would do another one, but to stop me doing sort of 5 or 6 hours a day, I decided to do it on live stream so that I can A, share my progress, and B, only sew during the live stream so I don't get really, really fixated on it. So win-win. I can imagine a chicken wearing like a tiny little green teapot hat, like crocheted tiny little green teapot with a spout at one end and a little handle. Maybe a pom-pom on the top. I'm sure there's a chicken in Chicken Run that wears a hat, like a knitted hat. A stovepipe hat, like a really Brunel with the bridges had a really tall, sort of like a tall hat, like a stovepipe. Funnily enough, yeah, that would look quite cool, especially with like chicken head movement. I feel like it might have to have a little tie around the head to keep it on because chickens move quite a lot. Oh, nice. Any ideas of what your new embroidery piece might be? If there's anything that you're looking to embroider or I can recommend Pinterest as an excellent place for embroidery inspiration. There is many cool and beautiful embroideries on there to be inspired by. Pottery Showdown. Ooh. Is that like, that's like Bake Off or the Sewing Bee, isn't it? But with clay. Wow. Oh, and high stakes as well, because pottery is easy to like smush or drop, or a lot can go wrong there. Wow. That sounds fun. Right, I'm gonna get a much darker blue, well, a little bit darker blue, to fill in the shadows under the armpit and sort of down the outside of the arm there. Maybe this one. Okay, I know I said a little while ago I'm only going to do 15 minutes more, but I just clocked the time and usually I do 7 till 9, so I'm going to do 15 minutes more from now. And do the time. Do the time. It's quite hypnotic to do as well. It's very meditative, just in and out. At some point, I know I keep saying this, but I will at some point get a different mic so that I can hear the noises a bit clearer. Might be nice. I feel like it's like walking. Once you get into a nice pace and a nice rhythm, you can just keep going for a long time. I'm exaggerating the darker shades on the shirt just to make it really, to make it pop. To make it pop. The canvas, I've just got my other screen so I can show you. This is an embroidery frame, so it's like a giant embroidery hoop. So we've got it's pinned on along the top and pinned on along the bottom, the fabric, and then it's pinned on top and bottom, and then you've got these twisty things, technical term there, which you can turn to pull the fabric down to stretch it, and that stretches it this way, and then a ribbon here, you sort of loop the ribbon round and then pin it and loop it around again and pin it at intervals, and that gives it this way stretch. It's quite a traditional way of making sort of tapestries and like large scale embroideries. I mean, you can get embroidery frames that are maybe 4 or 5 times this size, and they use them in fashion houses like I don't know, Chanel, Dior, like all of these kind of haute couture fashion houses, and you'll have 4 people sitting at the embroidery frame, and they'll have that outline of the clothing pattern pieces, and they'll be sewing it usually onto sort of fine gauze. But yeah, this is an embroidery table, but it does the same sort of job as an embroidery hoop. It's just a bit more bit more effort to set up. But it holds the tension nicely. And it's a bit more comfortable as well because it's freestanding, so you don't have to hold it with a hoop unless you've got a hoop stand. You have to hold it, and that can get quite exhausting to hold. Yeah, I like the setup of it as well. It frees your hands up so that, I mean, you can work quicker. So you have one hand above poking the needle in and the other hand below poking it through the other side. And that way you can work at speed. Yeah, it's much more comfortable than a hoop. Although you can get stands for hoops as well, like weighted stands, which are pretty good. Love to see one of those huge ones. Yeah, I'll find a video of it and send it to you. It's very impressive. And they're used for embroidery, but they're also used for beading, with a special needle where you sort of attach beads. So you do everything the wrong way around. So you poke the needle through and you attach beads to the bottom, the underside of the fabric, and then tie the knots on the top of the fabric. And that's really amazing to watch because the needle's like a little hook, and you just hook. It's very impressive, especially seeing people do it really quickly, and they just have a handful of beads, and it just sort of goes pop, 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 pop. Or sequins, or yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, it's embroidery frames are really good for large embroideries. But something like this that I'm doing is actually really small. I could do it in a hoop, but I wanted to set up the table for ease and comfort. But I mean, embroidery is this big. Like, one day I would love to do one that is huge. But it's not going to be a day. It'll take I mean, years maybe. I'm not really sure. Like, this is episode 4, and one of the episodes was an hour, but the other ones have been 2 hours. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 7 hours, and we've got this far. So if you were to times that by the size of this frame, it's it gets quite a lot of time. It adds up a lot. But one day I would like to do that. Okay. It is 9 o'clock. I'm gonna just finish this little bit of shading underneath the collar, and then I'm going to call it a night. But it was lovely to chat to you, and thank you for joining me. And I will be doing this every week on a Wednesday from 7 till 9 until the embroidery is complete. I haven't quite decided what the background's going to be yet, so if you have any suggestions for the background, that would be they are more than welcome. But I'm going to. Oh, hello! I hope your cake was nice. But yeah, I'm going to head off now. So, oh well, not quite yet. There we go. Now I'm going to head off. So, thank you again, and I will see you next week. Bye. Till next week.